But let me start right there real quick.
Yeah.
Officially, amateurboxingchampions.com is up. The app is not completed yet. And you'll even see that the amateurboxingchampions.com website is still it's a work in progress, and it's always going to be in progress. And it's because for the sake of words, rankings are going to change consistently. New guys are going to come in sometimes not, so on and so forth. But there's going to be, between now and 2024, just for the sake of it, there's going to be 3 or 4 major national tournaments. And within those 3 or 4 national tournaments, I personally expect the top 4 guys that are on this app and this website to be the top 4 guys vying for that number 1 spot at the national tournaments. And that's why I said, you know what, we have to go as high as 4. We take a look at somebody like Terrence Crawford, has been at an elite level on the professional scene for a long time. He was an elite boxer in the amateur system, but he didn't make the Olympic team. I don't remember where he lost in the Olympic trials, but he definitely was one of those top 4 guys leading up to the trials. He didn't make it, but he burst on the professional scene, and he's been, you know, all of that and some as a professional boxer. So I said, you know what, we have to go as high as 4 and profile as high as 4, because sometimes number 4 may not make the Olympic team, but number 4 may be a better professional than number 1. You know what I mean? So that's what we're trying to do. And with that being said, it's gonna take some time for us to identify every fighter that we need to identify, for us to go to those fighters, whether it's another tournament or it's an Olympic training camp that we can catch these fighters at. But we want to get specific interviews, one-on-one interviews with all of these fighters. We want to profile all of these fighters, amateurboxing.com, amateurboxingchampions.com, and also on the app, so that everybody sees what's coming next, so that everybody can follow these men and women on their journey to the Olympics and follow them beyond that. And I think that this is a way to bridge the gap between the fans that aren't there until some of us are almost done with our professional careers. So just really trying to work hard and bridge some gaps and keep boxing in its prestige in the world of sports. And I felt like Amateur Boxing Champions is a great way to do that.
Yeah, looks like.
You know, that's actually the perfect time for you to bring it up, Shawn, because we had the NFL draft here in Vegas throughout the week and had the whole strip packed. Couldn't really drive too well on it because of it. So, and that stuff has grown bigger and bigger and bigger over decades. And even before these guys get drafted, Mel Kiper and them, they have their draft grades and they have their prospect grades where they grade them and whatnot. And I don't know, I feel like that'd be something great that we would get into at some point on the site too, you know, heading into the Olympics. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that so this is how I see it, my vision. Hopefully we can dedicate more time to this another time, another show or something specific for Amateur Boxing Champions. But what I see for this app and this website is to be international before the 2024 games. That way people are not just seeing who's coming out of the United States, but also England, Australia, Puerto Rico, France. I mean, obviously the list goes on. And it's going to take some work to get that done. Shout out to Shawn Zittel. He says he's going to be along on that journey. And I trust him, as I said off air, and I know we're going to get it there. But again, back to your point, Shawn, another advantage for having this app and this website is to profile these fighters, and maybe we do a comparison chart on these fighters, just like they do for the NFL draft. I'm big on the draft, definitely the first couple of days, and not so much this year because the Browns didn't really have too many picks, especially in the early rounds. But I'm looking at the comparisons. I'm looking at who this running back plays like and who this wide receiver is like, and so on and so forth. I definitely feel that if we can profile these fighters and do something like that, and for boxing, I think that it'll catch it'll catch fire. and it'll be something that'll stay lit for a very long time.
What's up? I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Ant. Follow me on IG, Ant with 2 T's. Let's do it. Let's do it again.
All right. Just introduce yourself.
Okay.
And then you tell them what to do. I'm Showtime Shawn Porter.
I'm Anthony Brenagh.
Carson Merk. Like, subscribe, comment.
This is the Porter Way.